walk you through the Invoice Extraction Studio project, which is a full stack invoice processing tool that uploads PDFs to S3 and then runs the Azure Document Intelligence for extraction process, and also uses LLM to fill in any gaps that is missed by the ADI model. And the results are shown in an interactive UI with highlighting while hovering and PII redaction process. So the workflow is as follows, which has two parts. There's a Python fast API backend server, and then there is Next.js for the front end. So when a trigger is done, basically the extract function is invoked. Then the backend calls the ADI pre-built invoice model, and then it checks if all the fields are present. If yes, then it just gets the data from the S3, or if there is no data present, it goes to the LLM, and then it also tries to fill in all the missing fields, and then a structured invoice JSON with bounding boxes is produced. So in the backend, let's go to the code. Okay, so here is the important backend code. Okay, this is the extraction logic. The extract invoice data. This purely helps in the extraction process, and then it also initializes the ADI client since the PDF URL waits for the analysis to complete. And then the ADI returns basically fields like strings, date, currency, amount, addresses, etc. And then we basically serialize this into a consistent shape, like a value or a confidence score along with bounding boxes, is what I'm trying to do here. And so after the execution, we basically check for a list of required fields. That's right on the top. Yes. So these are the required fields, and we check if uh, we check all these fields by passing it to the ADI model. And when the ADI fails to find some of these fields, it is moved to the GPT 4.1 model with a strict prompt that is defined here. So this is the ask OpenAI enrichment, where it gives the missing fields, and it helps to extract from the invoice. And then let's look at the extraction.py. Here we have the extraction, and there's files.py here. So both of these functions help in the background check for S3 if there is a cached result or not. And if the data.json already exists, then it returns the files immediately. Otherwise, it has to run the full pipeline, and it saves the result. The fast API router exposes three endpoints basically. One is to upload the file, the second one is to list the file, and the third one is to trigger the extraction process. So let's see how this works. We have one file here. So when I click on extract, I can see what's happening here. So we have the invoice on the right side, and then all the collected information on the left hand side. So we can hover over this to see where exactly the information is on the invoice, and the PII hidden toggle button can be used to hide the specific data. And then we have the vendor name, the billing address, the line items right here, and we also have the total cost, the subtotal, the tax, the invoice total, and everything right here. So the process happened really quick because the artifacts were already stored in the S3. So when we go into the artifacts, the cache is maintained, the data.json is present here, so I can just download. And so if we see here, we have the currency, the vendor name, the confidence, and also the coordinates. So likewise for all the fields. And when there is a missing field, it gives to the LLM, and the LLM fills in the particular information, and the information is appended to the JSON.